Okay, so I just wanted to get this out there. What do we do when we're in charge of caring for someone who needs to be cared for, and we ourselves can't even keep ourselves safe from the psyop team, right? The organized stalkers, right? What do we do? What do we do when the lies just keep coming, when the slander just keeps coming, and we're demonized everywhere we go? So that even though we're literally 100% in charge of caring for someone else, we're not taken seriously. Nothing we say matters. How do we deal with professionals? How do we deal with doctors and lawyers and, even family members who have been taught not to trust us, whose minds have been poisoned against us? Especially when, our constitutional rights are being denied, we're not even given a defense. We're not even allowed to speak on our own behalf. This is why I have this channel, partly. I mean, of course, I want to get the truth out about organized stalking, but it's also just to defend myself, because otherwise I'm not going to have a defense. It's difficult. With my mom, I love her, but and she's getting older, but it's not age. It's always been this way. She gets things wrong. She mixes things up in her head, and she doesn't explain properly, and sometimes she explains the opposite of what is, or she becomes fixated on something, and I don't know if it's OCD or not, but and then she everything becomes about that, and everything is twisted, to support that. It can be anything, and I'm not explaining it properly, but I don't want to go into too much detail, or this video is going to be so long. And I actually had wanted to make another video today. We'll see if I get that out. But it's difficult when you have to speak with people like doctors and, lawyers or whoever else, to get the facts out there, to make sure they understand what's actually happening, but you're the one person they don't trust. So they're going to speak to the one person then, who isn't you, even if that person gets it wrong and forgets or twists things in her head, and, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Um, even talking to my mom's doctors, and they're nice. They're nice. They haven't given me a hard time. But I can just imagine how hard that can get, because, she'll get, now she has to talk to them on the phone, and she'll get information about her prescription wrong, or she'll be out of a medicine and she'll tell them she needs the medicine, but she'll give them the wrong medication that she needs. Or, she'll explain something, but it won't be what actually happened, or it won't be, and then I, of course, have to get on and explain to them, what's actually happening, um, what medication is actually needed, not the one and so on, or if we do a blood pressure reading, she'll tell them the wrong reading, and then I'll have to get on and tell her the proper reading, and tell the doctor the proper reading. And it's hard when people don't trust you, right? When you have to be there to make sure that the correct information is given, but you're the one who isn't trusted, it looks bad. And in a situation like this, you're not going to come out of this okay. You're going to be one of two things. Either one, you're going to become exhausted, and you're going to stand back, and you're not going to do anything. You're going to back off, and then of course things aren't going to get taken care of. At home with whoever you're caring for, and then it's going to be your fault, and you're going to be called a terrible caregiver, or a terrible mother, a terrible father, to whatever you are, a grandparent, whatever you are to the person that you have to care for, right? Um, you're going to be accused of failing and doing a horrible job. On the other hand, if you try to do your job, you're going to be, accused of being a bully and mean, and or too overbearing, or why do you have to be right there all the time, and especially if someone thinks that you're an abuser, well, what's going to happen? What do abusers do, right? They're there all the time. They're too involved in the target, in their victim's life. They want to monitor all calls, and make sure that their victim is, only saying the right thing. So, once someone accuses you of something, and then, what do you do? What do you do? Because then those qualities can be attributed to you, even though that's not the case. Even though you're trying to take care of a family member who can't take care of herself or himself, right? What do you do when someone continues to just twist things in their head and give the wrong information, even to doctors, and you're the one who has to give the correct information? But to the doctors. But on the other hand, simply being there and picking up the phone is going to make you look bad. What do you do when you're never able to defend yourself, right? It's brutal. What do you do when I don't know. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired, and I hate every bit of this. You know, dealing with a pandemic would be hard enough if it wasn't for the stalking and the smear campaign that goes along with the stalking, right? Taking care of someone who, whether you're taking care of a child, of course I'm not taking care of a child, or someone who's elderly would be hard enough if you're not, even if you're not dealing with a stalking campaign. But when you're under the organized stalking program, again, that's what I'm going to call it, the psychological warfare program that includes a smear campaign, your hands are tied. It's almost like you can't do your job because then you're demonized for trying to do your job. Anyway, so my uncle just called. He hadn't called in a while. It's on my dad's side. He's a good guy. But the problem is because of the smear campaign, nobody effing trusts me. So he'll talk to her and he'll ask how I am, but he won't get any information from me, right? Because he doesn't. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. He doesn't trust me. Well, and of course, it's the same thing. She gives him the wrong information. So, and I didn't get to talk to him, and I would have liked to talk to him just first to ask how he's doing. I mean, it sounded like he was doing okay, but, and second of all, to just let him know what's actually going on. There were a few errands that I couldn't run that he probably should have known about because we can't go out, but she did tell him that we can't go out. So he should be able to put two and two together. Oh, I didn't run this particular errand because I can't leave the building, right? Neither of us can leave the building. But yeah, she, I think, I don't know what, I think he might have asked her, what they, if they serve food here or what food they have here, because she said, oh yeah, they serve breakfast and dinner and then, oh, we can just make lunch. Now, we don't, she doesn't make lunch. I make lunch. I make lunch for both of us. Okay. And then I think he asked her, I don't know, you know, if she went out or goes out or goes to do things, and she said, oh yeah, yeah, we go out. I go out all the time to pay bills and do these things and on and on and on. No, no, she doesn't. I go out to do these things for her. I go out to pay her bills for her. Now, of course, we have to do everything, over the phone or online. But before that, I would be the one going out to run the errands for her, to pay the bills, to get the groceries, to do all of these things. She didn't go out. And two, because I know that she had told me that in the past he had asked what I do all day. So she is giving him the impression that it's nothing, that I do nothing at all, when in fact I'm the one who first of all, before the pandemic, was running around like crazy to run her errands for her, to pay her bills for her. Once I had to go all the way into the suburbs taking public transportation to pay a bill for her because, she didn't want to do it over the phone, and to bring documents too, for it to be fair. I was the one who went out and got her groceries when she wouldn't eat. I was the one who went out to store after store after store to try to get food that she would actually eat, or to a restaurant that I knew that she would actually eat the food at. I was running myself ragged doing that. She didn't go out. I did. And now that the pandemic is there, I'm the one who cooks, and all the food that, first of all, I cook lunch, but as for the breakfast and dinner that comes, I'm the one who, first of all, washes and sanitizes the casing, and then I take the food, I put it in the oven and heat it up, and I wash everything that I use that touched it, just in case someone sneezed on it or it was contaminated. I'm the one cooking and cleaning and doing all of this. But the way she made it sound, oh, she does everything. I got so angry. I got so angry. I think my mouth hit the floor, and she did it on purpose. I know that. Um, and then, she said it's hard because we can't go out and pay the bills, which implies that the bills aren't being paid, except they are being paid because I'm making sure they're getting paid. I'm doing it over the phone. I'm doing it over the phone. So she didn't tell him that. So it just keeps adding up, and adding up, and it looks so bad because she just refuses to just come out and tell the absolute truth, and he won't talk to me. Or I won't say he won't talk to me, but he doesn't ask to talk to me. And I was going to ask to talk to him before they were finished, but apparently he had to go abruptly. He left abruptly, so he hung up. I can't speak today. Apparently he hung up abruptly. So I never got the chance to explain. I don't know how I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Okay, when I'm the one who's in charge, of taking care of someone, their health, their, everything, their finances, everything. But, people don't want to deal with me because they don't trust me. What in the hell am I supposed to do? When I can't even speak to someone to explain what actually happened, what in the hell am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. And again, I'm just making this video to document what it's like to be a target. This is just real life as a targeted individual. I think no matter who a person is, even if they have no responsibilities, being targeted is going to be a nightmare. Okay, all targets suffer horribly. That suffering can differ depending on who a target is, what kind of responsibilities they have, and so on. And I feel so bad, for the targets who have kids. I mean, how do they do it? How do they protect them? How do they manage this? I can't even comprehend. Anyway, we just had lunch, and I'm about to finish washing the dishes from lunch. And I'm going to make another video. I'm going to make another video today. I don't know if I'm going to post it today. And that video, I'm actually going to write some things out because there's a lot I have to say. I hope y'all are doing reasonably okay. Peace.